Hey everybody, welcome to day 5 of the Detox Your Home Challenge 2020. You have made it to day 5. I'm so proud of all of you. I am so excited to hear about your stories and what you've learned this week. You guys have done amazing work. Each day we have come together to talk about different rooms in our home and about the products that we use, how we can clean that up. A lot of them we can use DIY products for. There's some products on the market that are better than traditional ones. You guys have learned so much. And not only have you learned about detoxing your home and cleaning up your products, but why we need to do that. Why is this important? Maybe you had an aha moment throughout this week and it kind of clicked for you about why we're even doing this. Made the connection between what we put in and on our bodies and our anxiety and our physical health and our mood. Maybe you finally were able to make the link between that. You've seen this information before. I'm not the first person to tell you this, but maybe you had the moment now today or this week when you finally put it all together, when it all came together and you were like, yes, I get this. I can make the connection between what I put in and on my body and how I feel. And that is one of my primary purposes when I'm working with women, is to help them make that connection, because when we do that, knowledge is power then, right? We can then take that into our lives, make changes that are necessary to help us feel more comfortable and content in our own skin. And this has been one way to do that, and a super fun way to do it as well. So today, day 5, is detoxing our minds. It's the last piece of this, right? It's bringing it all together. Why are we doing this? Why is this important? Yes, we can clean up our home. Yes, we can clean up our food, even our products, but why are we doing this? And then how do we do things to clean up our mind, right? We all know the term mindset. Hi girls, hi everybody. Thanks for joining me. Everybody can clean up their minds because we know about mind. We've all heard the term mindset, right? We've heard it. It's been used regularly. It's all over Instagram and Facebook. And I really want to dig into this as part of our last day of this Detox Your Home, because your home is you, right? So you are your home. You, the insides of you, your family, your personal life, your work, your business, your job, your school, all of that, that is your home too. So our bodies are also a home. So I wanted to use today to get into a detox your mind state, right? So what am I talking about mindset and detoxing? It's really looking at those negative thoughts and the limiting beliefs that you tell yourself that prevent you from taking your life from that neutral state or even below neutral to your desired state, right? So maybe if you're on the 0 to 10, if you're a 5, taking your life from that 5 to 10. That's what I mean when I'm talking about eliminating the negative thoughts and the limiting beliefs and understanding them and really detoxing your mindset, because we often forget that we need this type of clean out as well. It's super important. So toxic thoughts in our mind keep us in an undesirable state, right? It keep us limited. They keep us down. They keep us in the lies that we either were told by other people, the stories that were told to us our whole lives, or that we tell ourselves now as adults. And often there are many consequences for this. They affect our relationships. We hear from women all the time about how they have difficulty in their relationships, particularly sober women who have created a lot of wreckage, right? So we have a lot of wreckage. They're in the relationships. They're trying to clean it up. As sober women, we get sober and we get clean. And then we do have some wreckage still to deal with, right? We're so excited about being sober, but a lot of times you can't quite get over that hump because of your own limiting beliefs. So your relationships are affected. Perhaps it's with your spouse, your partner, or your family. Perhaps it's with your children or your coworkers, any relationships. So the ones that are the most intimate to us are usually the most important, and they're usually the ones that are most deeply affected by our wreckage. So when you have limiting beliefs and negative thoughts about yourself on a regular basis that are preventing you from being authentic in your relationships and vulnerable, it's a consequence. And it prevents you from being able to show up in your life in a confident, desirable, authentic way. Is that making sense? So maybe cleaning up our relationships is a big part of your story. And a lot of that starts with our limiting beliefs. Other goals about professional life, or maybe you wanted to start a business. Maybe you wanted to go back to school. Maybe you wanted to get a promotion or just get a new job or get a job. So maybe there's professional goals that you really do have on your heart and on your mind. And especially now that you're sober, you know, a lot of things come up that we think, okay, now we can do things because we're not limited by our addiction. But are you limited by your confidence level or lack thereof? Are you limited by the negative thoughts that you tell yourself of doubt, of maybe shame and guilt, maybe of just lack? You know, maybe people told you that your whole life you weren't good enough. Maybe you told yourself that. Maybe you're kind of still struggling with the effects of past hurts, past pain, right? And so it's preventing you and limiting you and not allowing you to grow from that good to great, kind of that desired state that I was talking about. So what I really want to talk to you a little bit about today, and you've heard me use this language before, we talked about it in day one with our products, is taking an inventory of your life, right? So I want you to look at the big key areas, things I've already mentioned: relationships, physical health, professional or educational health, your spiritual life, your fun, your finances, you know, all of those big areas. And I kind of want you to just look at each one of them in general. You can do it right now here quickly with me, or you can take some time after we're done and even just jot this stuff down and taking a little bit more time. Rank each one of those sections on that scale of 0 to 10. Where are you? Where are you in your life? In your relationships on that 0 to 10 scale? How do they feel to you? Are they 5? Are they 2? Are they 7? Where are they? Where are you with your finances? Your physical health? Do you have goals in that area that you have been trying to achieve, or you have set in your mind, but don't quite know how to get over that hump? Or you can't quite do it on your own. You say you're going to do it and then you just don't follow through. So I want you to rank them. Where do you fall on that scale? And just take a minute really quick here with me today to just ask yourself, what would your life be like when you get to that second number where you would rather be? What will it feel like for you when you move from 5 to 8? Take it over that hump. Who will be a part of your life at that time? What will you be doing? What will you be wearing? Where will you eat dinner? Where will you vacation? What kind of house will you live in? Who will your partner be? Will you have a dog? What will you do with your girlfriends? Just take yourself to that future self for a minute. Just paint that picture in your mind of that girl, what you're wearing, what your hair looks like, what you're driving. And just take yourself to that spot for just a hot minute with me today. What will it be like and what will it feel like when you're at that second number in each of those areas? When you have your finances in control and you feel like you're paying down your debt, or you're living within your means, or you're giving to the causes that are important to you, what will that feel like? You know, when your relationships are positive, when they're life-giving instead of sucking out the life, what will that be like? So take some time, maybe even after this live, to really sit with each one of those core areas and ask yourself that question. Where am I on that scale of 0 to 10 now? And where do I want to be? And then what is preventing me from getting there? What have I tried? What's not working? Why am I not doing the things? These are all the questions that are really important for us to ask when we're taking this kind of an inventory. And then I want you to consider your priorities in each of those areas. What's the most important things that you want to work on? Look into those categories, write some of that down. It doesn't have to be like super goal oriented. Some people are averse to goals. Some people don't like the word goals. That's fine. But where are your priorities? What's the most important things what do you want to work on the most? Just to get a general idea. Sometimes we don't even know. We think we know and then we write it down and it's actually different. So this activity really helps you to detox your old patterns of thinking. if you're stuck in this sort of like, I can't do that, I'm not capable, I shouldn't, I don't deserve it. That's another big one that I hear from a lot of the women I work with. I don't deserve to have good things in my life. I don't deserve to be able to shop at X, Y, and Z store. I don't deserve to go on vacations, things like that. Sometimes that's the limiting belief. We're just grappling with it. We're just plagued by this negative thinking. And then when the thought arises, you just immediately squash it with negative thoughts and limiting beliefs about yourself that usually are not true, but they come from this space of hurt and pain. And we need to detox that. So just consider that. Consider how you could stretch outside of your comfort zone. So maybe it's not a big stretch right now. Maybe it's just a little, I want you to consider the big stretch, but maybe for now it's just a tiny stretch. It's like a little pull on that rubber band. How can I take myself outside my comfort zone and work towards getting rid of those negative beliefs and feelings of lack and work towards the goals? How can I do it? What would be a good thing for me to do? It might mean committing to a physical activity program. Meaning it doesn't have to be a gym. It might mean just like I'm committing to walking 3 times a week for 35 minutes and then increasing that exponentially every 2 weeks. Or maybe it's meaning you might be committing to a morning meditation routine where every day you get up and you set aside a specific time in a specific place to read a devotion or a message about the day, and then maybe you sit for 5 minutes and just meditate and kind of see how your mind gets directed. Maybe you commit to cleaning up your bedtime routine. So there's a lot of different ways that we can use these things that are in our life that are creating limiting and negative beliefs and create a priority and a sense of achievement around them. See what I'm going with that? So in this challenge, we've had a lot of fun, right? It's been super exciting. We've shed a lot of light on toxic chemicals in our homes. We have talked about how they affect our brain chemistry, certainly our mental health, our children, our lungs, our skin, all the ways it's really affected us. And it's been so fun. I hope you have enjoyed it. I know I have. Every day I've been super excited to share with you all the different ways to make these big changes. And I know that if you rocked with me through this challenge, that you can go to bed easier now, of course, maybe with your earplugs and your room darkening shades and your deep sleep roller bottle. You can go to bed easier now knowing that you wipe down your kitchen counters with a toxic-free multi-purpose cleaner. You threw in that load of laundry before you went to bed with your own homemade laundry detergent. That's my personal favorite. Or your bathroom is free from body wash because you can now make your own. So I know that if you walked through this with me, that you'll be able to go to bed tonight using all your good sleep techniques with the knowledge that you have a cleaner home. And it's a great, great feeling. And it doesn't end, right? We just keep going on. We keep building. Maybe you weren't able to purchase all of the products that I was talking to you about, but you're going to add them into your budget for next month, and then you're going to add another one in the next month. But the work doesn't stop. It's not done. Your work is not done. We now need to detox our mind as part of our home, because our mind and our body is our home. This is where we live. We only have one body, one mind. This is where we live. And so we have to keep our minds and our bodies clean as a secondary home in our home, as our primary home in our physical home, right? So there's always more work to be done, and there's always more steps. And I don't want you to get stuck with those negative, limiting beliefs anymore. I don't want you to be saying, I want to do this for myself, or I want to achieve this, but then not do it. And then be kind of feeling that shame and guilt, or feeling that deflation because you're like, why didn't I do it? I'm saying this stuff, but I'm not following through, and then therefore it must not be that important to me. But that's not true. It is important to you. You just don't know quite how to pull it all together to take yourself to that second number. So my purpose only today is to help you understand that you are capable of taking that life you have now, whatever number you're on, and taking it to the 10. It's possible. It's not only possible, it happens all the time. I watch women in front of me do it all the time, and it's incredible. It is possible. I want you to know it. I want you to believe it, and I want you to really feel it so that you can start to get those changes in your life that are going to take you from that first number to that second number. If you enjoyed this challenge, if you feel like you're ready to do that, to learn more, I really want you to send me a message. I want you to DM me and tell me, what's holding you back? What is your struggle still? What are your limiting beliefs? If you don't want to leave it in the comments below, I get it. It's private, it's personal. Sometimes for us, we don't want to share. Even though my group is private and free and everybody in here is all like-minded, send me a message. We'll talk about it. I'll share with you my experience and what I know to be true and how I've helped so many women take their lives from that number to the 10 and to reduce those limiting beliefs and have the confidence that you need to achieve those things that you want in that desired state. The confidence you had when you were a child. If you have kids, I know that all of you know, if you look at them, they do things with ease and confidence much different than adults do. If you have kids, you've seen them sing and dance and run around naked and talk to strangers. You've seen them, act out in the school play and run around on a playground and introduce themselves and never have a problem with it. You've seen them do those things. And you once did them too as a little girl. And as adults, sometimes because of what people have told us, because of our own past hurts and pains, we forget how to be confident like that little girl. So if you want to get to that desired state and you don't know how, and you've tried and you've failed, or you've tried and you've only gotten halfway, or you've tried and you've only gotten to a 7 and you want to be at 10, send me a message. We'll talk about it. Let's talk about it, because I really want to be able to share with you and help empower you and learn the ways that you have inside of you to take you from that good to great experience. And that's how we detox our mind. And when we detox our mind, girls, anything is possible. Anything. Even in the worst of times. When we have a free and clear mind, when we are working from a place where we are aligned with our personal core values, when we are working from a place where we feel confidence like a child, we can tackle whatever is in front of us, even in the worst of situations, because we will intuitively know how to handle them. We will have the tools and skills we need right inside of us. And I want you to really just go back to that future self again. Go back to that picture we painted just a couple minutes ago. That picture of that girl that you can see in the future. I want you to pull her up now. What does she look like? What is she wearing? Where is she? Who are you with? What are you driving? Who are your friends? What do you do for the holidays? What kind of relationship do you have with your spouse and your kids? What does it feel like on the inside? I want you to take that future self and really just allow it to marinate. Allow it to just come into your heart, into your mind. Feel it. Embrace it. And just message me. If you want to feel that future self, I want to help you see it for yourself. If you don't have the right mindset right now, if you're not detoxed enough to be able to see it for yourself, let me help you create that future self. Let me help you see her. I just want to help you paint your picture so that you can see it, because you need to be able to see that so you can baby step your way towards it. If you don't have a realistic, positive future self view, it's going to be really difficult for you to walk towards it. So I really hope this challenge has been as fun for you as it has been for me. I have learned some stuff too along the way. I have gotten to know you guys a little bit more. I've thoroughly enjoyed coming with you to be here in this space every day at 12 o'clock. I look forward to it. If you have any questions for me about it, make sure you message me. Leave it in the comments below. Let us all support each other in this group, because in this group, I love helping sober women learn how to calm their minds, learn how to detox their minds and their homes, learn how to make the connections between what we put in and on our bodies and how we feel, and really just learn how to have that confidence they need now that they had when they were a child. So if you liked what you saw, send me a message. I really want to get to know you more, and I'm super excited about hearing about how you're detoxing your home and now how you're detoxing your mind. Go take that inventory, create that future self view, and send me a message. I hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy whatever you're doing, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.